Приветствую вас, друзья, на канале TacPlay, с вами Царь-младший. Ну что, сегодня у нас продолжение Invincible, Непобедимого. Начнем. Лобочка отлично стоит. Начнем. В прошлый раз мы провалились в глубины города, спасая одного из членов экипажа. Давайте посмотрим, что нас ждет дальше. И Горскому отдали мы свой кислород. Ясно решает нарушить протокол и отдать Горскому свой кислород. Затем она относит его к месту, где Новик должен подобрать его с помощью посадочного аппарата. Мы еще и без кислорода.
I'm underground. It's hard to determine my exact location. Novik, do you copy? Base, come in. I'm sending an SOS. Anyone, please. Okay. Stay calm. Just keep it together. Heartbeats racing.
Да, провалились так провалились. Что-то пулькает.
Deposit of water, probably unsafe for consumption. I'd rather not risk it. Meteoric waters. No, too deep. Let's hope it's not fossil. Otherwise I'll never reach the surface. Slippery terrain. Poor visibility. Considering all factors, situation hopeless. Please, I got flares. Come on. Gotta be kidding me.
Оп. Это ж прохода не было вроде. Я думаю, друзья, стрим на пару часиков. Если там не совсем поздно будет, может еще что-нибудь еще. Посмотрим. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Только скафандр можно повредить. Она матом ругается.
That's my considered opinion. Fucked.
Что все красное так должно быть?
Who's that? I can't see. Koval, you came back for me. But how? The lander took you. Koval, please, speak to me.
Что показывать не могу говорить.
I'm so glad to see you, Yasna. I have so much to tell you, but we don't have time. We need to get out of here as soon as possible.
How are you planning to do it? I won't jump over to you.
There's a passage on the left. It should get easier from there. Meanwhile, I'll be watching you from above. As long as we have comms, you won't lose me. We'll be out of here within an hour. You'll see.
I'm not going anywhere until you tell me how you got here.
Yes, no, we really don't have time for this. It's not safe here. Please, stand up.
So much for the rescue.
Но это не Коваль. Блин, а тут столько отметок было, когда я упал, но мне не дали посмотреть ни на что. Но это не Коваль. Засейвились.
Koval, say something. I can't stand this silence.
You often do that.
Do what?
Talking of your fears. There's no shame in being afraid. Don't worry.
I'm not afraid. Just a little tired.
Don't play the hero. You really don't have to pretend in front of me. I already admire you.
Блин, а куда лучше идти? Туда, туда.
Proud and rather worried at the same
Тут
time.
дырка какая-то.
What you did for Gorski, well, I wouldn't be able to do that myself.
I don't know why I left him my tank. Gorski is dead anyway.
Don't say that. We will return for him.
Something attacked me up there. Oh, it probably got him too.
Then we'll ask Novik. The old man monitors our parameters.
He only tells us what he deems fit. You know that, Koval.
Yeah, I do. Still, you did the right thing.
Oh, maybe I did. But I was stupid too. A complete failure of reason in an act of futile heroism.
Is your equipment operational? Nothing damaged?
Only the flares got wet.
Besides that, what have you got on you? Procedural minimum?
Telemeter, locator, metal detector. So, pretty much minimum.
Pity. Wonder why they don't give us proper torches.
You tell me.
Так, я вспомнил управление Z. Значит, R и T. Не будем карабкаться, лучше обойдем потихоньку. Говорят, тут вообще прочитал, что, оказывается, разработчики-то этой игры раньше разрабатывали Ведьмака.
Hey! Hey, don't go so fast! I need to rest.
One more hill. You can do it.
Поэтому как бы здесь диалоги очень крутые. Не-не-не-не-не. Ясно. Ясно, устала.
I've had enough. Just enough. Forward, Yasna. Faster. We're racing against time. Come on. We're fighting for our lives, Yasna. Enough of this nonsense. I'm sick of fighting.
Okay, Yasna. I'm sorry. I demand so much from you. Too much.
A moment ago, you said we'd be fine. And now you're letting me off so easily.
Oh, it's not easy for me. Not at all. I'll be here with you until the end. Remember, none of this is your fault. You deserve to finally rest.
Don't feel sorry for me, Koval. You know how much I hate it.
I do. You keep telling yourself that you don't deserve even the slightest compassion. Like I said, I'll be here. I only wish I could somehow comfort you.
I'm getting up, okay?
I knew you would find the strength. You just needed a little encouragement.
Don't push it. I can do it. I will not give up.
I never doubted it.
Thank goodness.
See? You made it! My whining did some good, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I kinda did.
Ему не подойти все равно, это он стоит. Вроде как он.
Do you see this?
Well, if you're talking about the coal deposits and the bones of prehistoric reptiles, then yes, they're further up as well.
Finally, we have proof. Millions of years ago, there was life on the surface of Regis 3.
Is it really such good news? Now, for some reason, there's nothing. No, not even bacteria or viruses.
Well, if the extinction happened as a result of a close supernova, organisms in the depths of the oceans would have had a chance of survival. Gorski even mentioned that Lyra Zeta was a nova.
But we ruled that out, remember? After such an incident, traces of radiation would be detectable to this day. Meanwhile, ground activity is extremely low for this area of the galaxy. Anyway, do you think that evolution would not continue to advance after all those millions of years?
Well, there would be no vertebrates, but primitive coastal forms, definitely.
Yeah, thought so. Yet someone or something is preventing life from moving ashore.
You know a lot, Koval. About what happened to me. About these fossils.
The old man told me.
About life on Regis.
About you. He's clueless regarding Regis. He only cares about gaining some illusory advantage in this sector of the galaxy.
За старик.
even more fossils. And now there are no comms. No one will even know about this discovery.
Oh, stop being so pessimistic. I really don't like the idea of our bones resting next to these ones.
Well, at least an HQ will send another expedition, and they'll find all the bones together.
Наверное, сама планета, что ли, со мной разговаривает? В виде коваля. О, вот оно. Только-то опять на той стороне.
Yes?
Are you really here with me?
Of course. As well as the whole crew. You have very distinct memory traces of us all in this marvelous little thing of yours called the brain.
Stop joking. You know that's not what I'm asking about.
I do, but there's no definitive answer, really. I just hope you won't forget about us. About me. So little, yet so much.
I don't want to forget, Cobble. I really don't.
Come on.
Нет, ничего.
It's time to be among other people again. They're out there, somewhere. I promise.
Ну, короче, как я предполагал, коваль-то не настоящий. Но это следовало ожидать, в принципе, это очевидно.
Hey, where did you go?
I can't go with you any further, Yasna.
Cobble?
Forgive me for pushing and rushing you so much. It's just... I had to pull you out of there somehow. Unfortunately, now my body is an empty shell. I want to believe this is not a formation. Well, it is. It has been an absolute pleasure.
Короче, да, с каким-то духом разговаривали. Опа, это чё? Это чё ща было?
Yasna, I'm getting your SOS. Receiving your vitals. Do you hear me?
Astrogator, I'm here. Over.
Finally! Yasna! You can't even imagine. It's really good to hear your voice again, Doctor.
Sir, I saw Cobble.
Yasna, are you saying what?
I don't quite understand myself.
All right. Let's leave that for now. Are you wounded in any way?
No. As usual, I came out of trouble unscathed.
Some would call it a blessing in disguise.
I'm not calling it anything.
Тут что? Я ж прямо на измену выпал.
Are you there?
Охренеть.
Do you copy?
Я прям испугался.
What kind of deadly shit is this?
Doctor, what are you talking about?
There's something here. It looks like a machine.
Я реально прям испугался, короче.
And I was marching on these kind of crab legs.
You must evacuate immediately.
It sounds like you know what it is, sir.
No, I have my suspicions. One of the flagship machines
Куда
of the
уходить-то?
Alliance would match the description. Walking antimatter cannon. Antimatter.
I think it's moving away from me.
Excellent. Don't stop yet, though. The greater the distance between you and this machine, the better.
How is it possible that the Alliance machine got here before us?
I'd like to know myself. If our intel's incorrect and Invincible already landed on Aegis 3, it would have a huge advantage over us.
I can see a passage, but it doesn't look very inviting. Anyway.
If our intel's incorrect...
Да ладно, да ну нахрен.
It's still here. I have to... I'm stuck. I can't move.
Ясно, вставай. Что значит застрял? Не-не-не-не-не-не-не.
It's getting closer. It's gonna crush me. I've got nowhere to run. I'm gonna die here after all.
Come in!
Он дрона моего уничтожил, падла.
I'm getting parameters. Pulse, saturation. Please confirm you're there. Yasna. Say something.
I'm okay. The probe did something. As if... I don't know.
I saw the readings. They were distress signal and then followed a series of directives that I didn't implement. Currently, it does not respond to commands.
I'll check on it.
Нас завалило конкретно, да? Зонд-то, походу, начал нас защищать, прям накинулся на этого здоровяка.
I found a box. Also a switch.
Probably from the registry. Can you get the record?
Let's see. You guessed right, sir. The Alliance is indeed already on the planet. They even managed to set up a field base.
How could headquarters have got it so wrong? According to intelligence, the Invincible was not due to arrive for another 14 days.
I guess we should ask them back home.
Вот, то есть непобедимый здесь. А, ну да, это же их роботы, вот эти вот крабы-то. Я в книге читал. Блин, жалко, что я, конечно, не до конца книгу дочитал. А это что такое?
That's me. Wow. It really did almost flatter me. Probe. It distracted the antimats.
You say that as if it did it on purpose.
How else to explain it?
Coincidence?
I don't believe in such coincidences, Astrogator.
Вон шмель валяется наш.
Not much left of it.
The probe was broadcasting a while ago, so maybe we can save its call.
Hot. You could say that since I found the probe, I haven't been alone.
I'm sorry, Yasna. Maybe it can still be rebuilt. Anyway, you're not entirely alone.
I feel like I've lost another companion. My last one.
You still have me.
Not down here.
Друзья, подождите секундочку сейчас.
Okay. It cooled down.
Are you talking about the protocol?
Well, they say in order to win over a person, you have to still their heart. But the key is to get their brain.
You know that's just a metaphor.
Anatomically incorrect and highly overused, yes. Okay. Time to get out of here.
Блин, дождь офигенно так нарисован вообще. Ой. Так, я ничего не упускаю.
Not good. You simply don't get a break.
А что здесь?
Stormfront is approaching your location.
Now of all times.
I know, Doctor. But please muster up a little more strength. Let's not forget that the Alliance is in the vicinity.
Wait a minute. Do you have any specific expectations of me? Since I'm nearby their troops.
It's hard to call them specific. We need to learn more.
You're missing the most important thing, sir. We still have to save Gorski. I don't know what your silence means.
I was going to tell you later. I'm really sorry.
What?
His readings...
No. No, don't finish. That's impossible.
You did absolutely everything you could. Unfortunately, sometimes even that's not enough.
I did nothing. Just nothing.
By the way, how are you feeling?
Are you asking about?
I mean the lack of your oxygen tank. So, how are you feeling?
I'm good, considering all factors. Crowther's warnings were clearly exaggerated.
Are you sure? You sounded...
Crazy.
I was going to say confused.
It's easy to lose your mind here. But physically, I'm fine. Don't worry.
Так, ладно, погнали. Он задыхается. Тут 16% кислорода, тут, в принципе, можно подышать, пока с ума не сойдешь. Может, и лучше бы снять скафандр. Кажется, она упадет.
The storm's getting worse.
О, нифига себе, машинка.
Astragator. I found their vehicle. isn't a living soul here.
Are you sure? Please take a look around.
It's clear. No one's coming out of me. I'm all alone.
Is that disappointment I hear? Anyway.
In the current situation, I'd really like to see another person. Even a hostile one.
That might not end well for you.
And what does?
Что, мне нельзя в него сесть?
There's no one inside either. The equipment looks undamaged though.
Друзья, спасибо за лайкосы. Огромное спасибо. Так, помчимся дальше. А чё она не пересаживается? Ни хрена, молния рядом со мной ударил.
But I still have to pop back outside. Check something.
Time is pressing, Doctor. The storm.
I know.
А чё проверить-то
It's
надо?
important. Got it.
Кислород?
What are you talking about?
I found an oxygen tank.
Of course. Why did I think of that? Rescue kit is essential in all vehicles, even the Alliances. That better.
Yes. That's what I needed. Time to hit the road.
Так, ну чё, все, поехали. И чё, дверь закрыть не надо? Ну, типа.
The engine started.
Then what are you waiting for? Leave this cursed place.
Что-то я не понял ничего.
Are you driving? How are the conditions?
I'm going. Please talk to me. Maybe that will calm me down. Oh shit! It hit the bonnet.
Don't worry. Even if it hits the rover directly, you'll come out unscathed. The vehicle is kind of a Faraday cage. The energy will flow through the body and discharge into the ground without getting inside.
I'm not worried.
Варю, здорово, здорово.
Oasis of peace. And there are exceptions, you know. Such as the windshield shattering at high voltages. Doesn't stress me out at all.
А чё, куда ехать-то?
I remember a mission on Eden 5. At that time I was still a coordinator, but the crew was quite similar. Chemist, cyberneticist, a doctor, an engineer and a physicist. Simple reconnaissance mission. But there was a miscalculation and we crashed the rocket. Then we put it back together. From whatever was on hand. Quite a machine. A true Frankenstein's monster, so to speak. Even more terrifying than the creatures we found on the surface of Eden.
Oh, wait. Creatures? You are making this up, aren't you, sir?
Not at all. I was indeed on a mission to Eden. However, I might have exaggerated a bit.
А чё, я круг сейчас наверну, да? А я развернуться могу? Да нормально, вот в Invincible решил покатать, посмотреть, что будет дальше. Только что такой там вообще слон на меня вышел, я аж чуть не обкакался. Да, сюда. Да. Ну да. Ну я реально давно, ну типа не пугался от игры, это я испугался. Когда он второй раз топнул и вышел. Так, а что там? А, камни. А это что такое? Обзора вообще нету никакого. Ну ладно, едем. Так, куда? Тут же развилка вроде, да? Куда вот или сюда? Ладно, налево помчи. Я думаю, что тут без разницы, наверное. Так, а тут куда?
Damn it! I'm having trouble finding the right way.
You've got to head southwest.
How am I supposed to know where southwest is? I don't have a compass, remember?
The city attracts lightning, so the fewer flashes on the horizon, the better.
How far am I from the city's border?
Considering how fast you're moving, if you're heading straight to the destination, as long as no structures collapse.
You don't know, do you?
It's not that simple. There are too many unknown variables.
А, то есть я по кругу проехал и вернулся, походу, обратно, что ли?
The storm has subsided.
А, ты в хант пойдешь погоняешь? Ну, хорошего тебе, хорошей игры. Блин, это же я в город возвращаюсь или что, или куда? Покиньте город.
That's not it. I left the structures behind. It's an ordinary rock formation.
Even better. You have to catch your breath eventually. Can I ask for one thing? Could you find the model number of the rover?
What for?
I've got an idea, but it depends on the model.
Так, друзья, секундочку. Так. А если я в фоторежим перейду? Функция недоступна? А, я думал со стороны сфоткать это. Так, а чё, не едет, что ли, дальше? Все? Прикол. заезд. Или чего ты?
Emmett 2001. Could that be it?
Let me see. Bingo. Emmets are equipped with a black box. Please find it.
I have the box, but it's all locked up.
Really? Must have changed the equipment because I have no information about a key.
Where did you even get a catalogue of their gear from, sir? And anyway, it doesn't matter. What should I do?
1 second. I need to think. Don't know if this can help. But the Alliance labels black boxes as data lockers. You will get cable access. Look for something resembling a socket, a plug.
Или розетку. И где ее должна найти? Я вообще не вижу. Может, без света будет лучше? Не, не нажимается. Гнездо или розетка? И где это гнездо или розетка? Свет отвлекает где-то.
I think I have something like
Ah.
that.
Типа, блин, я думал, что это вот Эмин 2001 написано.
Won't work. These inputs are not compatible with Commonwealth plugs.
From the outside, our equipment is different, but inside we have the same guts, so to speak. The cable on the back of the box should already fit.
Same guts, hey? Just like with humans. Okay, it's in.
Just a moment. Well done, Doctor. I'm receiving a signal.
So, what now?
You can finally rest. It'll take me a while to dig through all the records.
The rover was connected to a base.
The one from the slides.
Most probably. No one is transmitting from the base.
I'd suggest you lie down. The storm's raging.
I'm going to sleep now.
Я думаю, что я с ней лучше поспать. А то она целый день ходила.
Not good. Don't get a break.
What did you do this time?
Storm front is approaching your area.
Wait. Astrogator, can you explain to me what I'm hearing right now?
This is a recording from the rover. The Alliance has apparently broken the encryption of our radio channel.
Oh, bollocks. So what do we do?
We need to change the frequency and encryption key.
What's the point? As soon as you give me a new channel, they will overhear us and change it as well.
Just look at the probe's brain.
B? What's with...
All you have to do is watch it closely. I'm switching now. Waiting for you to join.
Oh, I see. The new frequency is... Okay. Okay, the channel is active. Now the encryption key. The first 3 digits of the cipher are... The next is...
Yes, sir?
I'm here.
Well done. That should buy us some time.
So, how should we continue?
Don't you need more time to rest?
I do, but there's no way I'm going to sleep now. Besides, nothing's stopping me anymore. The storm has subsided.
All right. Let's not risk evacuating directly from the city. It should be safer outside its perimeter. I took the liberty of looking through the photos of the nearby area. Everything north and east of your location looks relatively safe. All you have to do is move away from this cluster of metal.
Will do. As far as possible, anyway.
Почему они от Альянса скрываются от непобедимого, интересно. Я не понимаю, почему они так шифруются. Так, а что мне делать?
Astrogator, I think I've gone far enough. There is a vast open area in front of me. Astrogator? The city is no longer visible. We need to decide what to do next. Dragonfly? Over? Are you there?
Yes, please excuse me. I was in the infirmary. Is the coast clear?
Yep, all clear.
Good. Give me a moment. I'm looking at the satellite images.
Have you checked on Koval, by any chance?
Yes, among other things.
And? How is he?
He's stable.
But?
There are no buts, Doctor. You'll see him soon.
Блин, какая красота.
Sector AZ-25. Let's say AZ-2504. Please check if it's fit to land.
Like I said, it looks good. Clear opening, flat terrain.
Excellent. Please go there while I prepare the lander. I'll just pack Artie inside.
So that's it. You're taking me to the Dragonfly. We're flying away from here for good.
We have no other choice, Doctor. At this stage of the mission, we can only minimize losses. You understand that, don't you? Yes, sir?
Are you sure that's all we can do? Couldn't we?
Don't you even think about it.
About what? You didn't let me finish, sir.
But I know what might be on your mind. Going back for Gorski's body, contacting the Alliance, or continuing research on your own. These are not possibilities. They're certain death. Please remember, we have just one lander left. As a commander, I must first ensure your safe return. Only then I'll send Artie with other tasks.
Дорога на базу Альянса, дорога в зону посадки. Блин. Серьезно? Такое распутье? Ну ладно, поехали. Приказы командира надо выполнять.
I'm about to head out to the desert area. Has the lander taken off?
Yes, a second ago. Threshold of 18,000.
Че, все равно что-то произойдет.
The line's breaking up. Can you hear me? What's happening?
I've lost control of the lander. Do you see it?
Just a sec. I have to get off. It hasn't yet pierced the cloud cover. There it is. Oh no. Flying too fast. He's going to shatter.
Jasper, status. What's the lander's condition?
I don't know. All I see is a thick plume of smoke. But considering the speed it hit the ground at, I
don't understand how it happened. I checked it thoroughly. It's fully functional. Couldn't have been an accident. I don't believe it.
I'm gonna check what's left of it.
Парако, и тебе привет. Ну, я так и знал, короче. Что, мне надо именно через это смотреть, что ли?
Fuck! Damn it! It's... I'm done for. No.
Jasper?
No.
Calm down. Breathe.
I'm gonna die here. And for what? I saved no one. No one.
Jasper, snap out of it. That's an order. We can't give up just yet. We'll find a way to get you out of there, even if it's the last thing I do.
It's all about those damned orders with you. I don't give a shit about your orders, sir. Can you hear me, Novik? I don't give a shit.
You finished, Doctor? Did it help?
A bit.
Че, я пока не могу ехать, что ли? Посмотрите обломки робота. И что здесь осматривать? Что она бегать даже не может. А, вот того робота я не видел.
Something's left of Artie.
Ah, good. So there's a chance we can extract key information from it.
Somehow it still looks active.
Ask him what happened to the lander.
Ask. He doesn't speak.
But he gives yes or no signals. Give him the analysis command. Formulate questions in such a way so that he can confirm or deny.
Artie, question analysis command. Did an enemy missile hit Hopper? No. wasn't a missile. Maybe it's a storm? Some error.
Apparently, he can't give a definitive answer.
Damn! Shorted out. So, what now?
Then you must go to the Alliance camp. I wanted to avoid it at all costs, but we have no choice. This is your only chance.
It's all their fault. It must have been them from the very beginning. I have no doubts now.
Neither do I. However, they might be willing to negotiate if you voluntarily place yourself in their hands.
У нас с Альянсом какая-то вражда. Я не понимаю. Не понимаю.
You're approaching their coordinates. Yasna,
Yes?
the Alliance is really behind all this. They might expect visitors. You should try to find out if they're planning anything for your arrival. First, observe them from a distance, and only then take action.
I will be cautious. Like always. You must understand that I have no other choice. I'm not going to the enemy's camp on a mere whim.
I know, Doctor, I know. I'll let you know when you cross their perimeter. Once you've crossed, hide the rover. Behind a bend, or under a ledge. Telemetry observation will be vital. Once we know the camp's weaponry situation, we'll decide what to do next.
Copy that.
Я не понимаю, почему у них какая-то вражда с Альянсом. Вот этого вообще не догоняю.
Hey! What was that?
I've set up a warning signal. Now you're near enough that they can see the rover.
И чего мне делать?
Okay, the rover's hidden.
You've yet to find a convenient hideout for yourself, from where you can see their base.
Так, ну и куда мне?
It's a field base. Multi-module. For about several dozen people. Rather well equipped. There's lots of transporters here.
I'm not surprised. Missions with a large crew, transport modules are an integral part of the field camp.
Remind me, how many crew members were they supposed to send on the Invincible?
Over 100.
Great.
Ой,
They
это ж-
have a second antimat. As if the first one wasn't enough.
Is it active?
Probably not, but Proton alone knows.
What about people? Can you see anyone?
Not yet. Maybe they're hiding in modules.
Most of them for sure, but I'd be surprised if they didn't assign anyone to guard duty.
I see someone.
Just one?
For now, yes. Some object is flying over their base.
Can you tell me more?
It's 15, 20 meters high. It has an upright silhouette, And it looks like a balloon.
It could be a balloon.
And that doesn't surprise you?
Not everything that flies needs jet engines. What markings does it have?
RB1. What does it mean?
It's an ID number. Denotes an advanced scout balloon. How far from you is it?
Around 400.
Not as far as I would like it to be. Might have you within camera range. Is that all?
I think so.
And please keep going. We can assume that their equipment has already detected your presence. Or it will soon enough. There's no point in further postponing the inevitable.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a waste of time.
Judging by your observation, this is a research camp, not a military one, which increases your chance of survival and decreases the likelihood of detecting the dragonfly. I don't know about you, but this is a valuable piece of information for me.
Ну, поехали. Опа. А ты кто? Типа моего шмеля какой-то летает. Ну, поехали, чё?
We'll most likely lose contact soon, so let me be clear. Won't be easy to gain their trust. Things can go wrong, even if you can prove that you came to them of your own free will. If there's an escalation, remember one thing. I'll do everything in my power to negotiate your safe return to the Commonwealth. Worst case scenario, we'll opt for a prisoner exchange. Until then, please cooperate with them. And during the interrogation, don't resist. Astrobiologists generally do not possess information that's sensitive to the Commonwealth. At worst, you'll give away the details of our last mission.
Hang on, sir. What exchange? I'm not a spy, I'm a scientist.
I'm afraid that doesn't change anything. You want information about Regis 3. For that reason alone, they might consider you a spy.
But what kind of spy exposes themselves to direct questions?
A desperate one, Doctor.
Так, а как мне проехать-то к ним на базу? Что-то я не пойму.
Since we have no idea what's going to happen, I want you to know that you were always a fair commander, even if you were quite strict. I guess what I'm trying to say is...
Please stop, Doctor.
Блин, что я застрял?
Tell me when you get back. In person. Understood?
Yes.
Блин, а я, наверное, здесь и не проеду. Да. Зачем я сюда заехал? Они наши враги, потому что мы конкурируем в разработке какой-то добывающей канители. Или почему? Я не вот этого не понимаю. Так, не, надо выйти осмотреться. Я не понимаю, куда я еду, блин. Обзор, конечно, у этого ровера вообще никакой. Ну, наверное, я на правильном пути.
How odd.
What?
There's no one here. Nobody.
Impossible. Even if there aren't many of them in the camp, someone would have noticed you.
I'm not blind, sir. There's really no one here.
Don't get out yet. Could be some kind of trick.
Not a living soul. I'm going. What have I got to lose anyway?
Your life, Doctor.
I'm going in. Clear. For now. I can't hear anyone either.
Разбросано. Черная дыра, сводка квартальных исследований. Эмпирические исследования и симуляции в последнем квартале привели нашу команду к следующим выводам. Любой вид материи может превратиться в черную дыру. Черная дыра может поглощать свет благодаря гравитации. Мы соглашаемся с утверждением, что существование такого объекта, как черная дыра, согласуется с общей теорией относительности. Черная дыра может поглотить звезду даже размера Солнца. Поглощение дематериализации звезды сопровождается вспышкой энергии, исходящей изнутри черной дыры. Сфера направленных исследований. Предметом фокуса дальнейших исследований станет сингулярность, небольшая точка высокой концентрации массы внутри любой черной дыры. По мнению нашей команды, в этой точке нарушаются все законы физики. Очень интересно, но ничего не понятно. Чьи туфля? Сигареты тут. Курят они.
I'm at the central module. In the headquarters.
You walked in, just like that.
Yeah? The doors were open.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
I'm at the control station. Several units can be controlled from here. I wonder which... Oh, damn. One's unavailable.
Probably out of reach, or they took it.
They've got a device for intercepting alarm signals. There isn't much of it. Single record. He's dead. Poor guy. Waited for over a day. Until his heart couldn't take it anymore. Interesting. Coordinates changed... upwards. 1, 8, 5, 6, 1...
7, 5, 4. Yeah, it's Gorski. I'm sorry.
How is it possible? You said... You lied to me.
Yes, I had to.
My oxygen bought him time, and for what? He only suffered longer. Why didn't you let me turn back for him?
Please understand that sometimes I have to make difficult calls. I'm not supposed to burden my subordinates with such decisions.
I know you were trying to protect me. I know. But do not act as though what you did was justified. You had no right to hide the truth. It was up to me to decide if I was willing to risk my life.
I know you, Doctor. You wouldn't leave Gorski even if his chances of survival were marginal. In the end, you would both die.
Maybe. Probably. By now, though, you should tell me the truth, Novik.
Так, можно на верхний уровень. А это я вернусь туда, где я зашел, да?
Still quiet. It's eerie.
Да. А сюда что?
I'm entering the next module. I guess it's a biolab. I had the opportunity to study organisms preserved in the ocean. The scientists excavated some animal remains and reconstructed their hypothetical appearance. I found similar remains underground, right after finding Gorski. I wasn't sure if it was my imagination or not. Now there's no doubt. So long ago, reptilian organisms roamed the surface of Regis 3.
Так, ладно. О, рыба.
They found the same species of fish.
Did they confirm the similarity to those on Earth?
Yes, lots of similarities. It started rotting.
It?
The fish.
In a bacteria-free environment? How so?
All living organisms serve as breeding grounds for bacteria. And there were both fish and humans in here. No longer alive.
И зачем я ее взял?
Empty. Everywhere, just empty.
It's baffling. Who abandons an entire base?
Там робот стоит.
Still, nothing. It looks like a geology lab. One of these diagrams shows a geological cross-section. As suspected, it's all metal below the surface, of relatively thin layers of rock. But compared to the rest of the continent, the deposits in this region are significantly younger. The range of their ground measurements covers a much wider area. To my eye, it seems they use advanced sonar. What they dug up here stretches for tens of kilometers.
What do you mean? What's in the ground, Doctor?
Metal deposits. Those structures. We still don't know where they came from. In such a peculiar form. They conducted a soil survey 500 meters deep.
Oh, that's a big piece of history, so to speak. What did they find?
Millions of years ago, life was abundant on the planet.
That would match our assumptions.
Yeah. Subdelta 92 class planets have very favorable conditions for the development of a biosphere.
So what happened? Did they draw any conclusions?
According to them, the extinction of life was caused by a supernova explosion.
The ground activity does not indicate...
It happened long ago. Longer than we anticipated. They've dated this event to 10 million years ago.
Only this one? The supposed end of Lyran's civilization.
Well, that's never been proven. There was practically no trace of them.
All right. What happened after?
Life was slowly recovering, but never returned to the pre-supernova peak.
Not enough time?
No. At first it developed quickly, but then slowed down and declined.
Because another disaster?
Astrogator, the change in the biosphere development curve coincides with the occurrence of ferruginous clays.
This whole metal contraption, do I understand correctly?
Yes. I don't know what that has to do with it, though. Metals are really not that dangerous. The radioactive deposits marked here are not a definitive obstacle for life either. The biosphere has the ability to perfectly adapt, develop defense mechanisms, and fight back effectively.
Well, unless the planet is hit by a supernova wave.
Yes. Such sudden events leave no time for adaptation. Even if we assume that these metals were lethal to organic life, that extinction shouldn't last forever. And yet, life never again developed beyond the waters.
Does this mean another dominator has appeared on the land? Or one that leaves no trace behind?
Therein lies the rub. The Alliance have conducted a great deal of research. That they haven't found a logical explanation for this phenomenon is, to put it mildly, disturbing. Clearly, we're dealing with something beyond our comprehension. And I mean human comprehension in general. Unbelievable. Not only do we know nothing about their origin, but the arrangement of these deposits is sort of puzzling. A ring system with a distinct center. This base stands on the outer ring. The center of it is in... under the city. Huh. The one I escaped from.
Did they determine the entity's function? Origin? Anything?
Well, it's hard to say. There's nothing here about it.
А как же и вот этот микроскоп был активен? Был же активен микроскоп. Ну серьезно, что ли? Ну ладно. Я что-то про рыбу не прочитал.
Apart from one, I've never seen anything like this. They discovered a new organ. Even managed to run some tests already. According to their conclusions,
Yes?
it detects electromagnetic waves. That's why those fish were swimming away from our probe.
In other words, they've come across probes or something similar before. Something that threatened them.
Good guesser. In order to develop such an organ, they must have had a strong external stimulus. They detect the waves to survive. I could spend all day here if I could.
I'm not surprised, Doctor.
Ну, микроскоп тут перестал быть активным. Он же был. Я видел. Ерунда полная. Нет, ну выходить нам рановато, там еще второй уровень. Я все здесь прошел, какая-то карта у меня есть? Нету. А что там красному отмечено? Бейз. Бейз. Так, ну отсюда я зашел, да, вроде? Да. Записка до сих пор активна. Так, ну ладно, наверное, на второй уровень надо подниматься. О, а тут карты еще какие-то.
I have a record of their mission. Each step, location, units, including dates.
I'm all ears.
Day 0, landing place. Their main ship's in sector AQ-28.
The Invincible. What? They didn't move?
Seems so.
I'll try to track it down. Please tell me what else is in there.
Like us, they became interested in the ocean. They got there on the 7th day.
Quite late.
Guess they weren't in a hurry. Before setting up this base, they were stationed not far from here, but seemed very determined to reach this area. They dug a vast system of tunnels.
When did they finally get here?
On the 15th day of the mission. They conducted research and during excavations found, you won't guess, metal structures.
So we had no chance to outrun them.
Yeah. And they were already at an advanced stage of works when we were still in orbit.
Получается, я-то предполагал, что мы прилетели сюда, ну, ясно, грубо говоря, прилетело сюда между событиями до того, как, ну, между уже когда Кондор приземлился и до того, как Непобедимый, а оказывается, мы все-таки после Непобедимого сюда.
In the end, they sent a convoy to a neighboring sector.
So that was their last move.
Well, there's no information about their return. Maybe I'll find them there.
Highly probable. Do you know what the current day of their mission is?
They left on the 25th day. That's all I know. Well, I can't back out now. I have to follow them.
Well, it's your decision. Although I admit I'm also starting to wonder what you'll find.
People, Astrogator. They must be somewhere.
I'm sending a satellite. Soon I'll have an image of the area where the ship landed. We'll see if the Invincible's still there.
I'll continue to search their base. On the 24th day, they sent a convoy north to the sector. Oh, to the sector where I found Gorski.
You suspect they went after him, having detected his signal?
Oh, surely they could detect him. They could have detected all of us. But would they really do something about it?
Well, for some reason they left their base. I'm assuming that has something to do with it.
Astrogator, this doesn't make any sense. You can't just wrap up the whole operation. Anyway, the first thing they would take were vehicles and equipment. Only the people are missing here.
Че, все, нельзя не повертеть ничего? Похоже, что нет.
I got the feed. But I can't get it to move. It's got a weak signal. Must be too far away. One is a flying unit. Some sort of probe.
Flying over the base.
Correct.
Can you extract data from it?
Sure. Never too much data. Especially in the current situation. I just need to find a place to land it.
И чё мне тут смотреть?
The silhouette I saw.
Yes?
It's just a robot.
Ой-ой-ой, я удаляюсь, похоже. Опа. Еще один.
Oh, bollocks. The excavation site is behind a force field. That's where the convoy was going.
If these are Dirac emitters, that's an impenetrable barrier. There must be a field switch in the base.
But where?
No way. That was a rather unusual maneuver. To cut off the path back to base.
Probe on the ground. Time to get into the records.
Так, что еще есть? Ничего. Тоже ничего. Так, ладно. Вон над тем зондом, походу, я не получил управления никакого. Оп, силовой отключил. Может, не надо было этого делать?
Force field's down. I opened the passage. We can follow the convoy route now.
When you're ready, Doctor. One more minute, and our satellite will be over their ship. are lucky. Clouds are low. Fortunately, the ship's not here. Neither there or...
Are you still looking?
Not here either. Ah, bingo.
Yes?
Found it. They're still on the planet. Didn't fly away.
Good to know. Thank you.
Я боюсь вот перед этим проходить, блин, здоровяком. Вдруг раздавит. Так, а тут чего у нас? Сюда можно зайти? Похоже, что нет. Угу. Ну что, попробовать подойти к нему? Так, что у нас здесь? Какой-то склад. Тоже, что ли, ничего? Ну, мы тут были. Да. Эмбиент, конечно, вообще мощный.
First images from this area. If it's been flying long enough, it may store important information.
О, ты вернулся, что, наигрался, что ли, в Хант?
Photographed the moment of my arrival. I'm on the slides.
We already know that. Is there something else?
No, the base is empty. The probe must have just started recording. Okay, finished. That wasn't much of it, really.
Блин, вот эти снимки такие прикольные. Как комиксы. Черно-белые, монохромные такие. Так, а как туда попасть? Он не связан ни с одним из модулей, что ли, это? Не, он не связан. Закрыто. Так, ну чего надо делать тогда? Это мы посмотрели. А, к роботу надо подойти. Что робот-то скажет? С ним мы не можем взаимодействовать, что ли? Ну, это ерунда. Чё мне тогда за...
There had nothing to do with us.
Looks like it.
Вот странно, что пропала возможность в микроскоп посмотреть. Что такое? Что за резкие звуки? Как вот что-то случилось, открылось. Так, ну еще раз по-быстрому пробегусь. Может, что я упустил. Хотя навряд ли. Вот странно, что вот в этот не могу зайти. Может, потом? Ну что, надо по следам Альянса идти. По следам экспедиции Альянса. По всей видимости. Что, здесь не могу пройти? Под этими, значит, могу. А тут не могу. Так, карта. Ой. Я уже забыл, как я сюда заехал. Как-то заехал. Силовое поле было здесь, да? А, вот тут вот оно было. Так, ну то спускаемся и едем. Так, где съезд вниз? Я что-то забыл. Где-то сзади съезд. Так, не вписываемся в поворот. Что он как будто утонул, как в зыбучих песках. Я не утонул. Так, ну нам туда, что ли, надо ехать? Так, ну-ка еще раз на карту. Так, ну да, туда конвой поехал. Ну, садись.
I'm leaving the base. Going after the convoy.
Что там за дорога, а что туда? Ой, какая ясно поет песенку, вообще так мило. Ага, я понял.
And field is not inviting. Legs become too heavy. Hands become too weary. Down you go, oh bright sun. Night is not that scary. Hide behind the dark woods while we're running barefoot.
Не, я пешком не могу сюда подняться. Значит, ничего интересного там нету. Боюсь что-то пропустить, каждый уголок, блин, проверяешь. Не на каких тракторах здесь ехали. Асфальтированная дорога. Ой-ой-ой.
Well, I've got to the place where they were digging. It's hard to miss. They set up a huge machine at the center. It must weigh hundreds of, no, thousands of tons. The ship that brought all of this must be...
Gigantic, yes. The Invincible surpasses any of our units, even the largest orbital stations. In my opinion, it's a bit excessive.
Oh, well, for me it's quite impressive.
That was exactly their goal, to impress. Such giants aren't very practical, though. I would even say that the larger the ship, the bigger the problems.
There's also a couple of smaller cranes here. In comparison to the Colossus, they look like it's pups.
Yes, I got it. They have big machines. Bigger than ours.
Так, мы хоть правильно едем, да? Куда-то едем. Мы в город, что ли, обратно едем в этот железный. Сейчас, друзья, фоточку сделаю. О, кстати, фоторежим. Да, давайте опробуем. Значит, камера вверх поднимается. Движение вперед-назад. А вниз ее нельзя опустить. Медленно очень опускается. Так, скрытый интерфейс. А, скрыть интерфейс. А если так? Да, лучше такие снимки сделаю. Не, пейзажи, конечно, здесь вообще бомбические.
Astrogator, I've already covered most of the convoy route. I'm entering a more enclosed area. A ravine, to be precise.
See. Can I count on a tactical report?
Of course. A simple analysis of the situation won't hurt anyone.
That's for sure.
The road ahead leads straight to where the convoy was heading.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Any doubts?
No, I don't. I still think we have to go there. If they're not in the base, they must be somewhere, damn it.
So, what's on your mind?
I can just drive in there, straight to the convoy. Or try and take a side path to remain unnoticed until the very last moment.
Bold assumption. Could be an unnecessary detour. I leave that to your judgment, though. It's your call, Jasna.
Actually, I don't think it will make much difference. I'm heading straight to the convoy.
Вот я тоже думаю, что не то, что трата времени, а мы же хотим найти конвой. Зачем нам объезжать его и прятаться от них? Мы же их найти хотим. Так, а по прямой? Это прям по прямой, да? Может, мы, конечно, что-нибудь упускаем, и надо было проехать там.
I'm nearing the destination. From now on, I'll be on foot.
Good. It's better to approach with caution.
Actually, I don't have a choice. The road is blocked. Seems like a sidewall collapse.
How typical of the Alliance. To destroy.
Радиация.
The radiation level is rising rapidly.
Jasna, be careful of radiation, of other people. Just watch yourself.
Considering the radioactive environment, I assume the probability of finding people here is close to zero.
It might well indicate something quite the opposite. Human technology equals radiation, after all.
Так, СК Лисичкин. СК Лисичкина, я сказал, СК Лисички. Дорогая, уверяю тебя, что наша экспедиция идет по плану без каких-либо будоражащих наблюдений и открытий. Мы предвидим кратковременную остановку на ремонтные работы. Однако это не должно сильно отсрочить дату моего возвращения. Поэтому, дорогая, ни о чем не беспокойся. Будь уверена, что я вернусь, и мы сможем начать нашу совместную жизнь. Но я хочу, чтобы ты понимала, насколько поразительным было для нас открытие этого изотопа, насколько это важно для моей научной карьеры и моего имени, которые ты, я надеюсь, со мной разделишь. Это первая частица в истории космических полетов, чей нестабильный радиоактивный изотоп был открыт за пределами Солнечной системы. И это открытие совершил я. Пойми это и осмысли. В 26 АИ в чаде небесных тел, возникшем в результате столкновения двух объектов, скрыты все загадки слияния звезд. Если я уделю этому еще пару ночей, то вскоре смогу определить их массу. Я уже знаю, что одним из тел была звезда Красный Гигант. В моих руках ответы на вопросы, сотни лет терзавшие лучшие умы человечества, заставляя их ломать глаза, наблюдая за новой звездой в созвездии Лисички. Говоря о том, что слияние звезд для меня интереснее связи между людьми, и что результат столкновения звезд намного значительнее чего-либо, что могут создать белковые сущности. Я лишь хотел донести свое абсолютное восхищение гармонией космоса и математической красотой астрофизики. Только и всего. Прости меня и жди домой. Твой Б. СК Лисички. Созвездие Лисички. Тут больше нет ничего. Тут вообще ничего не видно. Сломанный лев. Ясно, отважная девчонка карабкается куда-то, что-то это. Ну-ка, хочу еще кое-что сфотографировать. А, туда я не могу. Блин, добавили бы ясник какие-то позы. Она стоит как-то неестественно, чтобы ее фоткать. Вот прям вообще от слова совсем. Там глаза даже видно у нее. Ну, как-то страшновато там все сделано. По-моему. Да. Опа.
And there's another mobile antimatter cannon.
Another one? How many of those did they... Is it active?
Dead, fortunately.
I admire your composure.
Well, I've had my fair share of
Блин.
anxiety lately. No wonder my brain's in defense mode now. Dissociation is something we all do. Hang on, someone's here.
Друзья, знаете что? Я видел это в трейлере. Оттуда сейчас вылезет еще один антимат, по-моему. И мне придется бежать вот туда.
Oh no. Astrogator. They're dead.
So you found someone.
After seeing their base, I had a feeling it might end like this. Still, I wonder, what were they looking for? Was it that killed them? Just what the hell?
Антимат, по-моему, жужжит еще.
Okay. I'm getting into the antimat's recorder. What do we have here? They were preparing for departure. The convoy's heading somewhere. Coordinates match the location of the base we've searched. All of the Alliance's semi-autonomic machines can be remotely controlled, right?
Yes.
In that case, they were conducting an inspection before marching out. The antimatter's in an escort mode. I was there! It's the location with the giant cranes. Right before they lifted that strange artifact above ground level.
Они артефакт какой-то достали.
getting close to where I am now. They're here, sending a probe. It's hard for them to reach the site. That's why they're trying to get there from above. Oh, they're tunneling their way through with a beam of antimatter.
How subtle. Can you locate the breach?
Looks like they found whatever they were looking for in that ominous tunnel. Of course.
Don't jump to conclusions, Doctor. Not before you finish. You need to know what to expect there first.
Ничего хорошего, я уже на измене, у меня джим-джим. Если бы я вот так вот по планете ходил бы.
Shame. The transport's moving. Those containers ended up in one of the transporters. I wonder if it's still nearby. Something's going on. One man's trying to draw the attention of the others to... I have no idea what's beyond the frame. The photo is such poor quality. You can clearly see the fear on his face. One of them is staring with concern at an instrument. Some sort of meter. Measurements are also strange. The electromagnetic field is in the upper range.
That's a recurring factor, which explains nothing, really. We're going in circles instead of getting you off this planet. Is there anything actually helpful in those?
Don't you want to know what happened, sir?
I do. If my crew was safe and sound, I'd gladly investigate it myself. Explaining this mystery would not only expand our knowledge, but also bring us honor and glory. Not to mention the exposure of the Alliance's incompetence. At the moment, though, I have other priorities, Doctor.
Next slide. People rushing out of the tunnel, running from whatever's in there.
But are we still considering whether you should go inside? I admit it's all very intriguing, but also too risky. What I'm trying to say is, I fear for your safety, Yasna.
Rightly so. I'd be scared out of my mind if not for our link. You help me keep it together, sir. One of the antimats has fired straight into the tunnel.
And? What happened next?
There's nothing else. Only... total panic. Everyone's trying to escape. It's ceasing to protect the convoy. There's a bunch of unidentified targets. It has trouble recognizing any of the 9,999 objects. The counter reached its limit, I guess.
Sounds like a major...
Блин, это вот, наверное, этот черный дождь сраный.
Tremendous firepower, and it means big trouble.
Музыка что-то тревожная заиграла.
There's also a second antimat. It's shooting into the air.
Unbelievable. Both were faulty.
Astrogator. The antimat's new objective is to eliminate, instead of protecting.
What happens next?
The second antimat. That's what destroyed it. People are frozen with fear. They don't know what to do. It's firing directly at the crew. Shooting them. One by one. It's horrifying what an antimatter beam does to the human body.
I'm sorry you have to see this, Yasna. Regis 3 doesn't spare you.
Someone hid behind a rock.
How do you know?
This antimat has thermal imagery. Hiding from it made no difference. One man has raised his hands in surrender. If only a machine could take pity on him.
With a proper programming, it could recognize such gestures, but it could never feel compassion. No.
It killed him. The machine just killed him. Oh, fuck.
Jasna?
The last photo is from a few moments ago. I'm on it.
Bloody hell, so it's not dead after all. The machine that massacred the Alliance is still operational, and it could target you at any moment.
Let's hope not.
Perhaps it's best to hope. While moving away. If that's all...
What about that tunnel?
Right.
So? I'll go check it out.
Блин, я бы, конечно, ушел бы, но игра есть игра. Блин, я говорю, он встанет. Кто-то жужжит еще. А, это не этот туннель. Это значит вот тот вот. Ты жужжишь. Да он живой, падла. Сейчас встанет. Блин, это он жужжит. Или вот тот жужжит. Ой, еще начнется, друзья. Я видел в трейлере.
I can hear a rhythmic, metallic sound coming from beyond the tunnel.
Take your time, Jasna.
I can't hear. I don't understand you, sir. The audio's breaking up. I'll get back to you once I reach the end. He's in Arctan, coming at me. I got out. Well, inside a cave.
Jasna, can you hear me? Over.
Copy that. I don't feel too. My head feels like it's bursting from pressure.
Breathe, Jasna. You need to rest.
No. I'm better now.
All right. Can you tell me what's in there?
Вот такую штуку можно мне взять? Я буду херачить палкой этой. Не люблю игры без оружия.
Seems like this robot started a task and then got stuck in a loop.
What task?
Carrying boxes. It took one but never left.
Why do you think it's stuck?
Well, it goes in circles, using the same path. This place is full of metal bushes.
Same as the ones before.
Well, the lower parts of the bushes are, to put it, fruitless.
So the Alliance came to pick the fruits.
I'm pretty sure the box is filled with research material. Those fruits.
Could you retrieve them somehow?
It won't be easy to snatch a crate from its steel grip. I'll come closer first.
Не всегда, где эти кусты, становится хреново. Ну, не мне, ясне. Я что-то упускаю. Никак ящик я у него не могу забрать. Да нет, надо дальше, походу, идти. Блин, опять.
I think their crew took some soil samples. But there's this chipped rock, revealing what lies beneath the surface.
Which is more metal?
Yes, a metal interior.
Я забыл, кстати, про всякие эти свои приспособления. Это что, опять?
Roots are exposed as well. They're not embedded in any rock, but in a tissue-like alloy.
Little bushes growing out of metal soil.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
So, all the bushes in this area, and there are plenty of them as I understand, appear to grow on the rock, but deep down their roots are embedded in metal. Perhaps you should take a closer look at them, Doctor. Can you please check them, Yasna?
Do you have anything specific in mind?
Doctor, if it's all metal...
Then I'll use a detector. Right. I'm checking. Give me a sec.
Perfect.
Everything matches. There's metal all around. And the bushes have a direct connection with the whole system.
Interesting. Sounds similar...
To the structures I saw following Gorski. Yes. Huh. Well, perhaps it's... looks like 2 generations. One, old, dead, a relic. Second, these bushes grew in the remains of the former generation.
Hang on. Are you saying that this new generation is alive? And the old one used to be alive?
We can't rule it out.
And you say that as a biologist? I haven't heard you mention cells, membranes, organs, or green bodies. Which leads me to one conclusion. That thing is not alive, Doctor.
Well, we used to calling all life proteinaceous, especially ourselves. But that's on Earth. The universe doesn't give a damn about our classifications.
Yasna, are you abandoning your profession? All you have learned, discovered, researched so far?
I'm just opening up to the unknown. Shit! I can't handle it anymore.
Yeah. Чё, куда он его несет? Я даже встать не могу.
The did.
You must have broken its loop.
I didn't.
No, you must have done something. Never mind. We'll try to locate it. But first of all, get out of there now.
I found the robot. It hasn't gone far.
Good. Please follow it.
Я думал, дальше там пройти надо. А нас за роботами вернули почему-то. Черт.
Fuck, it's getting up.
What? The robot?
No, the antimat.
You need to act fast. Move, Yasna. But...
No.
А куда бежать-то?
Yasna? Are you alive?
It destroyed the robot.
What's it doing
Куда я не
now?
могу?
Oh no. Novak, you're a fine advocate. You always have been.
What are you saying, Doctor?
You've always been a great support for the entire crew.
No. Don't die on me now. I'm begging you. Don't give up. You can't. You can't. I failed you. Sorry. So fucking sorry. It's all my fault. You hear me? All mine. It was my decision. I decided to accept this mission.
How did I survive? Wait. You said you had a choice.
Yasna, you're alive.
If you could reject it, why didn't you?
After a series of successful missions, are you safe now?
Safe enough.
And the antimat?
He decided not to shoot me after all. Please continue, sir. I'm all ears.
You will agree that we were doing very well. Outstanding results.
That's how it ought to end. Well.
Yes, I fully agree, but then it seemed this could have been the crowning achievement of the entire expedition. Just imagine...
You could have at least asked us.
I did wrong. I know that now. I will never forgive myself for it. Neither do I expect you to.
Oh, to hell with it. I can't really blame you. After all, you're the commander. It's your job to make decisions like that. And live with the consequences.
Right. It means a lot to hear that from you, Yasna. Thank you. So, if I may, I would suggest watching your next steps.
There were no more antimats on the slides, sir.
I'm afraid that's not the only threat around, aren't you?
Of course I am. But I won't rest until I find out what happened to our people. How we can aid them.
Так, а ничего на карточках нет, что ли? Ну, типа, вышел этот. Ой, а куда делись карточки? Все, что ли? Непонятно, блин, карточки сами с собой листал, я их туда-сюда, и они пропали. От робота одни ноги остались.
For now, you can forget about the research material. The only thing left of the Arctan is its feet.
Considering all the factors, I would assume everyone in the convoy is dead. If there's anything more to learn, it's from the recording devices. The first antimat told us a lot. The second one is destroyed. You spoke about the probe. Should be a valuable source of information. And the rovers. Are they on the convoy list?
Actually, it's right in front of me.
Один прям подо мной, что ли? Что-то. Ну, типа, залезть этого не могу, да? Она еще записи какие-то делает. Она записывает роботов. Каких она? Экипаж. Так, секунду, друзья. Так, движение, взаимодействие, карта локатор, периметр, space. Понятно. Я думаю, может, журнал есть какой-то с записи. Ну, кроме карты нет ничего. Ладно. Может, я еще что-то упускаю, еще что-то есть. Прям вот здесь. Но это вот то, что мы нашли. Там чучело какое-то валяется. Не пойму, то ли человек, то ли... По-моему, человек, да. Да, скафандр.
Why even bother with security measures when they just leave keys in locks anyway?
Extremely unreasonable of them.
So, let's hear it.
Hello, base. This is Antka. Hello, Antka. Tesla here. I can hear you. Reporting. 25th day of the mission, 7:15 a.m. We arrived.
I saw it on the
We
slides.
encountered a terrain obstacle, but it has been removed.
You can skip ahead if you would.
We've established permanent access to the extraction site, separated the material for research. Now we're securing the first transport. Dr. Boza and Osterhaus have already begun their preliminary research here on site.
Gotcha. I'm passing it on. Let us know if there are any updates.
Of course. Over and out.
There's more.
Base, come in. Dr. Boza wants to talk with you.
Tesla here. Over.
We have a sort of discovery.
Oh, I'm listening.
25th day.
Base, this is Boza.
Doctor.
These tiny crystals contain highly advanced technology. Individually, they are slender and helpless. However, when in a group, they seem to stimulate and support each other, revealing new properties. At first, they started to emit an electromagnetic field.
Okay, and then?
A handful of small crystals gathered together. When in a larger group, they activated and... This is our biggest revelation so far. They started floating in the air.
Did I hear that right?
The larger the group, the easier, more freely.
Yes. Apparently it's flying.
Like a swarm of mechanical flies.
Slow down, Doctor. You say crystals, or rather flies. Which one is it?
Call it whatever you want. These creatures have a precise threefold symmetry, resembling the letter Y, with three-pointed arms connecting in a central bulge. Black as coal in direct light, shimmering with shades of blue and olive in reflected light. As my colleague Osterhaus mentioned, they somewhat resemble the abdomens of certain terrestrial insects. Is Markovnik there?
Navigator's unavailable right now.
Well, please let him know we'll submit our reports as soon as he's available. Oh, and have him send us another transporter, will you?
Autonomous robots the size of flies.
It's not finished. Let's keep listening.
Hello, convoy. Anka, come in. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. We're finishing loading. Preparing to depart.
Don't!
Gets tense.
Leave the material behind and return to the base.
But why? What happened?
Scouts came back from this whole city.
Tesla? What's going on? Hello? Tesla, come in.
Navigator speaking. Don't take anything. Just get out of there. Immediately. That's an order.
Last saved recording.
Amazing. Microbots grouping and flying together, similar to flies, capable of affecting other machines, even to the point that those affected become dangerous to humans.
The microbots, they must be dangerous as well. I don't know how, but not all people were killed by larger robots.
I think I figured it out, partially at least. The Alliance scientists were very clear that all of this had to do with an electromagnetic field, the field emitted by these flies. When people displayed disturbing symptoms, field measurements showed above average values. At first I thought it was a sensoric malfunction. After all, the machines were broken. It turns out that field damaged them. So all the malfunctions occurred afterward.
Why didn't I think of it sooner? Prolonged exposure to strong electromagnetic fields can be harmful to the human brain. Usually it concerns long-term effects, months and years of unfavorable conditions.
Please elaborate, Doctor. What sort of effects?
Various brain dysfunctions. It may even lead to the arrest of vital organs.
So that's how... Merit.
Most probably. Another known effect of the EM field is memory loss. The human organism continues to function normally, but the human being is such as helpless, vulnerable. Like a baby, they don't understand the world around them.
Can such a person learn the world anew?
I can't be sure. There's no precedence. Even if there is room for development, learning everything all over, they won't remember anything. Even language, their past, our voyages together. Let's face it, this new life of theirs will be far from normal. They'll be aged children, walking curiosities, oddities, lab rats, all that made them gone to hell.
Perhaps researching those flies will help us to better aid our people. We're theorizing for now. Be worth examining. Confirm at least.
Got it, Astrogator. I'll search for those containers of flies.
Давай тут щелкать все дела, что тут. Два база. Написано. А вот это вот для чего я открыл? Ну, вроде больше ничего нету.
I've located one of the transporters, sir. Please don't celebrate yet, though. Something strange has happened to it.
Get to the point, please. What's wrong with it?
The outer shell is damaged. There are holes everywhere.
Like, from bullets?
No, it looks like it's been corroded by strong acid. The door to the cargo bay has budged a little, but it won't open fully.
Опа, тут робот.
It's too awkward to squeeze in. The whole vehicle is just stuffed with bushes.
But can you see past them?
Not quite yet. Now. I can see broken containers. No sign of the flies.
Just plenty of bushes.
You have some theories, sir?
Everything that comes to my mind seems absurd.
Well, look, I think it might work like this. The bushes and flies have a symbiotic relationship. I even consider that the flies are part of the bushes. Just like the fruits. If the flies can fly, they behave more like insects. And the bushes like plants.
I see we're getting back to biological analogies. According to your profession, do I correctly conclude that you are confident that this can be a life form?
Given the age of the oldest forms and the evidence of continued activity, differentiation, a particular drive towards miniaturization, improvement, and lethal effectiveness, I dare say that we are dealing with an evolution here. Far longer than that of human. Also very different. And dead.
Necroevolution. Mortuus evolutionis. I still don't understand where this change is coming from.
What if I said that the flies and bushes are the same thing, but in different forms? When they need to move, they develop moving parts, the flies. When they need to multiply, expand their volume, they settle on the metal substrate, form bushes, absorb raw material.
Вот
And they are
мушки-то.
again ready to transform and relocate to a new source. And so on and so forth.
And I can tell you it's the most sophisticated form of being I've ever heard of, with all the skepticism that comes with it.
Так, ну и чего, все? Больше здесь ничего не можем сделать. Так, да, сюда я забраться больше не могу. Походу вот туда, в расщелину надо идти или что? Посмотрим. Оп. Еще одно силовое поле. Она просто номера экипажа, их техники записывает. Сейчас я уже понял. Так, ну сюда я зайти явно не могу. Пойдем-то в тот проход. Да, да. Других выходов нету. Да. О. Боец один лежит.
I know I'm in a hurry, but I should check this place first.
Найдите контейнеры с мошками. Какие нафиг контейнеры с мошками? Тут контейнеры разбиты. Что я должен найти? Непонятно. Она вроде как ключ какой-то взяла. А куда его воткнуть? Вот здесь вот был. Не понимаю. Смотреть базу нужно с монокля. Или что? Чемодан лежит какой-то. Не понимаю, что делать.
The second transporter is under a force field. It's hovering above the ground.
So it is operational. Probably also in better shape than the other one.
It certainly looks better.
The cargo may be intact then.
I know how to get inside. Under this field.
Will you dig a tunnel?
I won't have to. There's already an entrance. I just need to get to it. There are powerful emitters in the center. Similar to those on energobots.
Emitters only? Do they look like they're buried in the ground?
Yeah.
Then you're looking at the top of the energobot. Well, look carefully. Energobots can bury themselves in such a way that only the emitters protrude from the surface.
Ah, got it. The force field melted adjacent rocks.
They had to run the generator on full power. They were defending themselves after all.
From the swarm of flies, I presume.
We don't know how large it was. They didn't capitulate. That's a good sign.
Oh, well, I don't know that. So far, I can only confirm that the field has not dissipated. Yet.
Так, была еще одна точка вот здесь. Куда она делась? Вот пропадает так же, как с микроскопом. Типа это один из моментов свободного выбора, что посмотреть, что не посмотреть. От этого зависит концовка. Странно, странно, очень странно. Ну, по крайней мере, мы можем двигаться дальше. Так, сколько времени-то, друзья? Сейчас, секунду. Друзья, а может на этом и закончить как раз? Поскольку сейчас сейф вот произошел. Я, наверное, и закончу на этом, друзья. Сейчас вот мы выйдем, протиснемся. А завтра продолжим обязательно. Пока у меня новый спринт не начался, буду стримить. Может, пройдем как раз игру. Но на самом деле игра очень залипательная. Диалоги очень крутые. И сидишь прям только и читаешь, что там... Поскольку, понимаю, конечно, чуть-чуть английский. Но все-таки сижу, читаю субтитры. Игра прям вообще в нее залипать. Вот, друзья, что, на этом сегодня все. Может, завтра даже 2 стрима сделаю, потому что экспансию надо допройти. Я уж забыл, какое там управление, как летать. Ну ладно, вспомним, разберемся. Вот. Думаю, что на этом сегодня все. Запись у нас произошла только что вроде.
Astrogator, I found their probe. Looks like it hid from the flies, or just ended up here by pure luck.
Luck indeed. Its registry could be valuable, especially if it managed to photograph everything from a greater distance.
Ну давайте обыщем этого астробота. И на этом он улетает от меня.
Come here, little probie. Oh, that didn't work. It flew away.
Is it scared of you too?
I'd rather say that my lack of authorization is more of a problem than me being scary. I won't be able to bring the probe down unless I find a working controller.
Ладно, друзья, на этой милой ноте с зондиком закончим. Пойду я отдыхать. Ну, не совсем отдыхать, что-нибудь поморочусь там с игрушками, что-нибудь понастраиваю. Я на самом деле, почему сейчас Starfield не продолжаю? Потому что у меня подписка заканчивается, он у меня был по геймпасу. Геймпас пока не хочу покупать, смысла нету, я не видел там каких-то игр, в которые я хочу поиграть, которые новые выйдут. Вот, а заканчивается у меня геймпас 14 числа, поэтому я купил Starfield в Steam. И такая ситуация, что... Сейвы, короче, что-то у меня не получилось перенести из геймпаса майкрософтовского в Steam. Вот. Хотя есть какой-то вариант, но я, честно, не стал морочиться даже. Ну, и не будет достижений-то в Steam. Я просто создам в точь-в-точь такого же персонажа, как у меня, как я создавал на первых прохождениях, когда я пройду до того момента, на котором я закончил Starfield, и мы продолжим. Вот. Что, друзья, всех был рад видеть, всем спасибо за лайкосы. Вот. Что еще сказать? Всем добра, здоровья, удачи и мирного неба над головой, как всегда, самое главное. Вот. Увидимся завтра в новых каточках. С вами был Царь-младший, канал TacPlay. Да пребудет с вами сила, друзья. Всем пока-пока. Пойду, короче, заморочусь. Может, даже Starfield пройду, пока вне стрима. Вот, всем пока-пока.